I'm Jesse Sanderson, and I'm getting interviewed by Bobby Fazio.
I am here at the 2022 NHRA 4-Wide Nationals in Las Vegas, and I can't get enough of these Mopars today. In this case, we have another stock Eliminator car, 1973 Dodge Dart, driven by Jesse Sanderson. Jesse, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great, man. So, Jesse, where do you guys come from?
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Salt Lake City. All right,
Yep.
That can't be that far from here, can it?
About 6 hours.
All right,
Yeah.
so
400 miles. Yeah.
a little further than I thought.
Yeah.
Now, you have a 73 Dodge Dart in F-Stock automatic.
Correct.
And the car has a hood scoop on it, which
Yep.
is in stock Eliminator. The cars have to run the hoods that kind of came on them from
Yep.
the factory.
Yep.
So the Dodge Dart comes with a hood scoop,
Yep.
but the Duster did not.
Correct. 72 Demon and 73 Dart Sport had this scoop. Now, the Dusters, Plymouth never did it. It was only Dodge's deal. So, Dodge only.
All right, Dodge only. And now this is the 340 low compression motor that comes in a Duster. They're similar motors, correct?
Correct. They're the same motor, rated, like I said, they're 240 factory, and then they're rated at 293. So it's a pretty big hit. Not, you know, you Chevy boys and stuff, you know, have a lot softer combos. No. No, it's rated, you know, 50 plus horsepower over factory. I mean,
So somebody was going fast with these.
well, Chrysler was known to kind of be soft on their factory, you know, in ratings. So that's what we'll say, I guess.
All right, they were smart. How much do you have to weigh in F-Stock automatic?
3245 minimum in stock in F.
All right, let's take a peek under the hood.
All right.
Brad Van Lant 340. So
There
Brad
you go.
Van Lant
Yep.
built the motor?
Yes, Brad Van Lant has built the motor. I have had some help from Fast Lane Machine also, Larry and Gold down at Fast Lane Machine, but Brad was originally, yes, the big part of this motor, and it's got a beautiful plastic carburetor. I don't know if you remember these at all, but
What kind of carburetor comes on these cars? Wow.
Thermoquad carburetor.
What kind of CFM is a Thermoquad?
8 to 850, I guess. This one's the smaller one, so it should be 800. Yep.
800.
Yep.
Man, they were really generous with those for a 340 low compression motor, weren't they?
Yeah, it's got it. I guess it needs the fuel.
So batteries must remain in the factory location in stock
Correct.
Eliminator. You are allowed to add one to the trunk.
Correct.
And aluminum radiators are allowed now. They were not for many, many years, up until
Yep.
a few years ago.
I
You
wish
had to
I
run a
would have done.
factory
I just
radiator.
did that. I just put that in last year, and I wish I would have done a lot earlier because it cools a lot better. Now I'm trying to put heat in it instead of trying to keep it cool. So that's a nice upgrade. I kind of like to keep them. I tried to make it look like a halfway decent one. We like to try to keep our stuff looking somewhat stock, you know, as best we can. I feel like stock's getting more and more rules to kind of get away from that, which is good, but also we like a lot of the factory looking
Yeah, the
stuff.
factory
Yep.
appearance definitely makes the class, the car show class.
Right.
And
right.
you also have the fittings here and the valve for.
Yeah, I haven't got my quick
cooling it
release,
down.
but yep, that's the plan. If we go heads up, we'll throw some ice in the cooler and we'll chill her and throw a few other tricks at it and see what we got.
So you can run cool water through that valve right there. That'll
Right.
chill the motor down. You want to get the motor ice cold.
Yep.
And that actually helps pick up horsepower
Oh,
and
yeah.
gain some ET.
Yeah, you'd be surprised with how much it helps.
Let's take a look inside the car here. Wow, look at this. Factory seats. Love it. Stock Eliminator, that was a rule for many years. Now you're allowed to put racing seats in. Must
Yeah.
have 2 seats.
Yeah, I kind of like looking at the factory stuff. I think that it's cool. It feels more like a stalker than, say, a bracket car. But, I mean, I see the safety side of it, but I also like how comfortable these are.
Yeah, they are. Wow, look at that. Okay, you got a button on the pedal there. Is that your 2-step button?
Yep. I run the button. I know a lot of people are doing the pressure switches now and stuff, but I've had good luck with the button. So.
Now in stock Eliminator, you're allowed to use a 2-step rev limiter on the starting line, but you must be activated by the foot pedal. So That's pretty cool. Now, what is this here? I see Grandpa.
Yeah, that's my grandpa's ashes.
Wow.
A shotgun shell. So I figured, you know, when he passed away, we did up those for the grandkids and stuff. And I said, well, if there's anywhere I want to put it, I'll put it in the race car. So
Excellent.
Did
your grandfather race too?
He's the one that got us into this deal. My dad used to go and test drive the old Mopars, like Chargers and stuff, down at the dealership with him and stuff. And that's how my dad got hooked, which led me to this crazy habit. So.
What kind of transmission are you running?
This is a 904 Pro Trans, so Dave Smith and Darren Smith at Pro Trans. Good piece.
Yeah, we've been hearing their name
an
awful lot this weekend.
I would have to say you'll be hearing that a lot for a long time. A little more difficult for us now. They're in Texas, so a little tougher for us to get them to them. They used to be out of California, but it's worth it. So.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. What kind of rear? Now I know you have to stick with a corporate rear in stock Eliminator.
Yep. It's a 8 3/4 Chrysler, which is what they came with. Gear ratio, I am running 513s right now. You know, that changes. I mean,
yeah,
with
altitude and depending on, I mean, here this is a very high altitude track. They actually have to adjust the indexes in stock Eliminator. So
I'm from Salt Lake, man. We run fast here. So.
Now in F-Stock automatic, what is the index regularly, and what is it here?
So it is 12. It's 1205 here, and it's 1185 sea level.
All right, so they gave you
2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So
what have you been running here this weekend?
Just barely. I went 1120.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I would have ran this morning probably about a 14 or so, but I wanted to play the ladder game a little bit, see where we're at. So.
Now you have a pretty sizable fuel cell in here.
Yeah.
And
want some weight, I guess.
Yeah, a nice big weight box here, and then a weight bar also.
Yep,
it looks like.
Yep.
So you can attach a weight bar if you want.
Across the
Easily, take that out if you want to move
I like
classes.
to try to put the weight more over the tire than say at the back. Everyone has their preferences, but that's the way we did it. So.
Yeah, and you'll read a bunch of different opinions on that. Some say right over the rear axle. Some say as far back in the bumper as you can get. Some racers used to get caught adding lead, in the bumper. So it's really...
No, I don't know. I feel like nowadays with the tire technology and the way the suspension and shocks and stuff and the Caltrac stuff, cars work so good. I don't feel like you need to do that necessarily. I mean, every car is different. But this car, it's to the point, and now I'm trying to tame it down instead of
you guys do some big wheelies. What kind of shocks do you run?
To be honest with you, I got Caltrac 9010s in the front, and I have the Caltrac adjustables in the rear. So nothing real trick, but they seem to work great. Now I just need to try to tame it down every once in a while. So we'll, unfortunately, I'm having to hang weight on the front end of the car.
Right, because the 9010s, they're not adjustable shocks.
Right, yep. And so I've been looking at wanting to get some Santifs or some good double adjustable shocks. I've never thought I would need that, but I guess I am now. So.
Right. I know that you guys are finished qualifying.
Right.
Do you know who you have to race first round?
Yeah, I finished 14th, and I have to race Colbert, another low compression 340 car. He's an E, so it's not a heads up, but it is another fellow Mopar, and so tomorrow we'll be doing battle at 8:30 in the morning.
All right, so the fact that he is an E car, you guys will be dialing in. It's not a heads up first to the
Correct.
finish line win. It's a dial your car and get to the finish line first without going quicker than the dial in. However, if you do win first round, we hear that you could potentially have a heads up second round against a Duster.
Yes. Yeah, another, obviously, first things first, you got to get past first round, got to do my job there, and then if he does his job, then we'll have to battle it, and we'll be playing with the chiller, and we'll be doing whatever we can do to make it there. But first things first, let's race first round, and then if we have to thrash, I guess see if I can still move around a little quick.
All right,
to get ready.
If the thrashing does happen, you'll see that chiller in full effect.
Yeah.
Jesse, we wish you luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for spending some time with us.
Hey, thank you, Bobby.